Moshe Rabbeinu tells Klal Yisrael in the beginning of Parshas Devarim that we're leaving Har Sinai and we're going straight into Eretz Yisroel. Pasuk Zayin, Pnu Su'ulachem Ubo Har Amori Vel Kol Shechenov Ba'arava Bahar Ba'ashvelo V'Negev, all different provinces that Klal Yisrael is about to conquer in Eretz Yisroel. So what's Vel Kol Shechenov? So Rashi explains Vel Kol Shechenov is Amon Umoyav V'Har Seir. That Klal Yisrael is Ubo. It doesn't say conquer. It says we're going to go. We're going to come. We're coming into Kol Shechenov. We're taking over Amon Umoyav and Har Seir. It says it in an interesting lashon. It says Ubo. But the question is that Klal Yisrael has no right to take Amon Umoyav and Har Seir. We know Al Tiska Ba Muchama. Al Totzer Esmayav. We know that Klal Yisrael has the Akash Baruch Hu warned Klal Yisrael not to conquer these lands. So why is Moshe Rabbeinu telling Klal Yisrael that we're headed to Amon Umoyav v'Har Seir? So the Sister Chacham explains, and the Malbim and the Goyim, they all explain that had Klal Yisrael not been chayta in the Meraglim, they would have still gotten Amon Umoyav v'Har Seir. Now we don't know that Klal Yisrael lost this for Meraglim. It doesn't say it in the Torah, and most of the things that Onshim Klal Yisrael got was for the Egel. But this is after the Egel already. This is before the Meraglim, after the Egel. This is Klal Yisrael's already leaving Har Sinai. So these Mefarshim explain that had Klal Yisrael not been chayta in the Meraglim, they would have still gotten Amon Umoyav v'Har Seir, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu only said Al Tizka Ba Muchama and Al Totzer Esmayav only after Klal Yisrael sent the Meraglim. I mean, what they're referring to is that we know that really Eretz Yisroel contains 10 lands, not just the 7 lands that Klal Yisrael gets the Shiva Amamin. Eretz Yisroel, HaKadosh Baruch Hu really promised Avram Avinu 10 lands. That was in Parshas Lech Lecha and Bereshis. Perek Tezvav, Pasuk Yutes, Chaf and Chaf Aleph. HaKadosh Baruch Hu promised Klal Yisrael Kini, Knezi, V'Kadmoini, V'Esachiti, V'Esaprizi, and all the lands. And Rashi explains over there that the definition of Kini, Knezi, Kadmoni is Edom, Umoyav, Va'amoin. So Edom, Amon, and Moav are the 3 lands that are included in the 10 lands that Avram Avinu was Zoicha to, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu promised by the Bris Ben Epson. And Asidim Liyas Yerushalayim. Klal Yisrael is only going to get them Lasad Lavi. Klal Yisrael is only going to get them later on, but Klal Yisrael right now is only going to get the Shiva. So to explain Rashi and Devarim, the Mefarshim explained that Amon Umoyav v'Har Seir, that had Klal Yisrael not been chayta in the Meraglim, they would have gotten the 10 lands right away. They would have gotten Amon Umoyav right away. So the problem is, and there's a couple of problems with this concept. We spoke about this a different time. That first of all, we know why Amon Umoyav the Gemara in Baba Kama explains that the reason why HaKadosh Baruch Hu said that we should not conquer Amon Umoyav is because of Shnei Preidas Tevis, because of Rus and Arpa that are important members of Amon Umoyav that have to still come out of those countries for Machas Beis David. We still need them to join Klal. So Shnei Preidas Tevis are still in those nations. That has nothing to do with the Meraglim. If they weren't Meraglim, it doesn't matter. There's still the Shtei Preidas Tevis that we have to have. We can't conquer Amon and Moav. But the big kasha is the kasha that Reb Chaim Shaul Kaufman, Zechron Levracha from Gateshead, he asked the kasha Shiur in Rashi. That we see that Rashi himself brings down a mechilta that assumes clearly that Klal Yisrael was never headed to get Amon Umoyav v'Har Seir even before the Chet of Meraglim. Why? Because during the Shiur in Parshas Beshalach, and that's way before the Chet of Meraglim, so presumably Klal Yisrael is headed still to get Amon Umoyav v'Har Seir. The pasuk says, it's a pasuk, the Klal Yisrael says in the Shiur, Oz nivhalu alufei edom. Then they got scared, they were bewildered. Alufei edom, the governors of Edom. Now we understand very much why they should be worried. What they're worried about? They're worried about very simple, because Klal Yisrael is before the Meraglim, and Klal Yisrael is still headed to take over Ed Amon Moav Har Sinai. Har Sinai and Edom is the same thing. But Rashi doesn't seem that way, and neither does the Mechilta. Rashi says, what are they worried about? They have nothing to worry about. Klal Yisrael is not allowed to take them. Mechilta says, because it says Al Tiskabam, Al Tisgurubay. And the Mechilta and Rashi explained that they were just unhappy that Klal Yisrael was being so successful, and that's the Nevhalu Alufei Edom, that it bothered them so much that Klal Yisrael should be successful. So that's the answer to the kasha. But what was the kasha? What didn't we understand? What was Rashi bothered by that they had nothing to be worried? They did have something to be worried about. Klal Yisrael at this point was before the Chet Meraglim. These are one of the 10 lands that Avraham Avinu was promised, and Klal Yisrael was still going to get it until before the Meraglim. That's the kasha that Reb Chaim Shaul Kaufman asked. That so seemingly it's clear in Rashi that Rashi assumes that even at this early point, even during Kriyas Yamsuf, it was well known. The Goyim knew, even Amon Moav and Har, even the Edom, everyone knew that Klal Yisrael was steering clear of these lands. Klal Yisrael was never going to come conquer Amon Moav and Har Seir, and we were just going to take the Shiva Amim until Osad Lavoi. So what's the pshat that Moshe Rabbeinu tells Klal Yisrael? So I was thinking like this. The next pasuk in Parshas Devarim, the next pasuk Ches, Perak Aleph pasuk Ches, it says, "Re'ei nasati lefnechem es haaretz, bayu rishu es haaretz." Go, just bayu rishu. Again, the same lashon like the pasuk before. Bayu uvo har amardi, bayu rishu es haaretz. Come and inherit the land. So Rashi points out, Rashi explains what's the bayu rishu. Ei ma'ar b'dava. No one's stopping you. You're not even going to have to start a war. Had Klal Yisrael not sent the Meraglim, they never needed any Klei Zayin. They wouldn't have to come with any with weaponry. They would just be invited into all these lands. And the Yonah Mazil also says the same thing. You don't have to come with any weapons. Klal Yisrael would have been able to walk into Eretz Yisroel without a milchama. So it could be that that's the teretz. Klal Yisrael maybe only had a right, was only told that they can't start a war, or they can't cheper, they can't start up or bother Amon Moav and Har Seir. Al tisgar bam milchama. Al tisgar bam. We can't start up with them. But if they invite us, who's going to stop? If Amon Moav and Har Seir say, Klal Yisrael, come in, or you're welcome in, of course Klal Yisrael could come in. The whole problem is we're not allowed to, Al tisgar bam milchama, we're not allowed to come against their will. But if they let us in, then of course we're allowed to. So now it's understood. Now, so first of all, we see that Rashi explains that before the Meraglim and after Meraglim, there was a fundamental difference in the way Klal Yisrael was going to come into Eretz Yisroel. Before the Meraglim, Klal Yisrael was going to come in without a milchama, and after the Meraglim, Klal Yisrael was going to come in, or has to come in only by conquering. Maybe that's how Klal Yisrael lost out in Kini Kneitz V'Kadmoni Amon Moav Har Seir. In other words, like this. HaKadosh Baruch Hu always had told Klal Yisrael, and we always knew that Al Tisgar bam milchama. We're not allowed to start a war with Amon Moav Har Seir. We were never allowed to. We were never allowed to start up with them. However, before the Meraglim, and this happened from before to after this changed during after the Meraglim. Before the Meraglim, we were going to come without a milchama. and all the Shiva Amim in Eretz Yisroel were going to invite us in without a Milchama. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was going to put it into their mind to let us in. That would have happened by Ammon and Moav and Har Sinai too. And if Ammon and Moav and Har Sinai let us in, if Ammon and Moav and Edom let us in, they let us in. There's nothing to worry about. The problem is that there's a Milchama. A Milchama we're not allowed to start up with. After the Meraglim, once there was the Meraglim, now already HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not put it into their minds to let us in. Now we have to conquer. We're not allowed to conquer Ammon and Moav and Har Sinai. That's the lashon of the pasuk. Pnu u'su'u lachem u'bo har Amori. Just go. Now, during Kriyas Yamsuf, obviously Ammon and Moav and Har Sinai didn't know that they were going to have that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was going to put it into their mind to let Klal Yisrael in, and obviously they were not going to let. They thought that they weren't going to let anybody in, and had Klal Yisrael, had they let us in, Rus and Arpa could have possibly stayed there, and we could have had those Shtei Preidos Tovos without starting a Milchama. We didn't have to conquer them. But the point is that of course Ubo Pnu Sulachem Ubo Haramari Velkol Shechein of Klal Yisrael would have came, and they would have gotten all 10 lands. Al Tiska Ba Milchama and Al Tatzaras Moav. The teretz is that there was no Milchama and there was no Al Tatzaras Moav. We would have gone in without a Milchama. We would have been invited in. Had we been invited in, that would have included all 10 lands, even Ammon, Moav, and Har Sinai.